Hi everyone, back here for another video. iPadOS 26 is out, and in fact it's the iPadOS 26.1 version already, and I'm using it on my iPad mini 6 and my iPad Pro. And many people seem to like the iPadOS 26 because it's now like a Mac. But for me personally, I don't like that it looks like a Mac because I want it to be an iPad. That's why I'm using an iPad. Well, okay, there are some new nice features on the iPadOS 26, but since there are more that I don't like, let me tell you what I mean and my personal observations. So please don't kill me in the comments. First thing, Apple removed the old split screen, and at first they removed the slide over too, but they returned the slide over after public demand, but it's not the same as before. Instead of just dragging the app to be a slide over, now what I have to do are quite a few steps. I have to open the app, press and hold on the traffic lights here, then choose this option, enter slide over. And what I don't understand is why slide over wasn't returned with the full screen apps mode. And in this mode, literally I can only use apps in full screen mode. It doesn't make sense for me why this is in the multitasking and gesture settings when we cannot do any multitasking in this mode. So multitasking now is like in MacBook. But why when this is an iPad? If I have one app on full screen and I want another app on the side, meaning a split screen, instead of just dragging the second app on the side to make the split screen, I have to open the app first, and it will open the app either in full screen or the last size I opened the app. Then I have an additional step where I have to adjust the size of the windows. It seems it was easier on the old multitasking gestures. Next, this traffic light icons that came from Mac and now they're in the iPad. This green button here have all the multitasking options. But if my app is in full screen, I have to swipe on the top to see this menu bar. Then I have to press and hold the green icon and choose this split view under move and resize options. But this only splits the app I am in, and the other app I have to find and open it and go through all these steps again. If I choose the split view under this fill and arrange option, it will split two apps on my screen, but it will split the last two apps open, which if I have three apps opened, one in the middle, two on the other sides, and I want this app on the left to split with this app, I won't be sure that it will happen. I have to click on the other app so the iPad knows this is the other app I want in split screen. Yeah, confusing. Another way to do split screen is by doing the keyboard shortcut Control, Shift, and the globe key, and then the arrow left or right. But same as the previous example, I would not have full control as to which apps will go on full screen. At least I wouldn't know at first. But how I will know is I have to make sure to find my other app and click on those two apps I want to do on split screen and then do the keyboard shortcut again. I wish Apple made this keyboard shortcut like how it works in Windows OS, that it will show my open apps and then I can choose right there and then the other app I want on the other side. Another way to do a split screen is the now famous shake and flick. But this option annoys me the most because if I have an app in full screen and I want to flick it to the right side, I often get this floating menu bar instead of me dragging or flicking the app to the side. Or sometimes I try to press and hold, then the menu shows, and when I try again, and then the notification center shows. It's frustrating most of the time. What's nice about this flick option is that I can flick it up to bring the app in full screen, but again, sometimes it's a hit or miss. What I prefer is the other nice new feature, which is just to simply double tap on the top of the app to make it in full screen or double tap again to bring it back to the previous smaller size. That's a nice touch. Now in the iPad multitasking, we have the windowed apps mode or stage manager. And having these two options, I'm really not sure I understand why Apple decided to have these two. The differences are, in Stage Manager, I can resize apps and there is a dock on the site, and I can create different groups with different apps. But now they removed the way where I can see the sides of each of the apps to quickly tap on it to show that app or to bring it up on the top of the screen. In iPadOS 26, if I want to see the app hidden behind the other apps, I have to resize the apps. There's just too many steps for me, and in fact, it distracts my workflow if I'm really trying to work. If I keep the apps in smaller size so I can see all the apps that I have opened, it really looks messy. In windowed apps mode, I can also resize the apps, but there's no such thing as grouping. Well, there's kind of like a grouping here, like if I swipe up to show the app switcher, I can see all these apps here on this right side, and then the other apps here on the left side. If I tap one of the apps that are here on the left side, it will open, and if I swipe up again to show the app switcher, I will see all these apps together. Still, I'm not really sure what's the purpose of this, as it works pretty similar as Stage Manager. This windowed apps may work if I'm connected to the monitor, as I can use the keyboard shortcut globe and this tilde key to switch between the opened apps. But it only seems to go one way and not go back to circle all the opened apps. So I still do the keyboard shortcut Command plus Tab to switch between all my open apps. Let me go back to this floating menu bar from the top of the screen. Maybe since I haven't used a Mac, the options really do not make sense for me here on the iPad. It clutters the screen and sometimes it requires more swipes, taps, and presses, which was not really the case on the old version of the iPad before iPadOS 26. For example, if I'm in the YouTube app, so here on the top menu, there's the file, and it just says no menu items. So why is it there? Edit option shows copy paste and the full list of all these other options. Then the format option, same. It can only be used when we are typing some comments, but only for the edit, which is just for the copy, paste, select. But formatting options doesn't work on the YouTube app. So why do we need these formatting options while we are in the YouTube app? And under the view option, it tells me I can show sidebar, but YouTube doesn't have a sidebar. So most of these options are just grayed out and just useless. Another example, in Notion, obviously we can type text. So I tried to use the formatting options. So even if I highlight a text or a set of words, it won't let me use these options. Again, so why is it here? In Safari, there are more options, and good news, there are some that are quite useful. Under View, there is the option Show Bookmarks bar. That will add your bookmarks on the menu bar. Another new feature that is good, but I will put an asterisk on this, are the options under Window here, where we have all these different options to adjust the windows, not just for Safari, but for the other apps as well. But again, these are duplicates of what are already in the traffic light options when I press and hold on it. So if I'm on tablet mode, or even if I'm connected to the monitor, I will always go for the green icon, tap and hold on it, rather than swiping to show the menu and then go to Window and scroll down to change my app views. Last one that I want to mention, iPadOS 26 new design of the mouse cursor. The mouse cursor now looks like what it is in Mac. Does this mean we can now use a non-Apple mouse much better? The answer is no. Even if we get a nice mouse cursor, the scrolling remains the same. It's not smooth when I use, for example, a Logitech mouse. So I will remain using the Magic Mouse or the iPad Magic Keyboard. By the way, this case I'm using is the Moft Dynamic Folio for my iPad mini 6, and this can also fit the iPad mini 7. If you're interested in this case, check out the link below. And you can also watch my other video where I use this for my iPad Pro. It's of course a different case, but it works the same as this one on the iPad mini. Oh, and yes, Stage Manager is now on the iPad mini, but it still only mirrors the iPad mini's display to the monitor. We still have these black bars on the side. So that's my rant for the new iPadOS 26. For me, it feels like we lost the iPad that we love to use and that we all used to know by making it work like a Mac. This makes me quite sad, as iPad used to be very versatile, that whether a beginner is using it is very easy to use with just a little learning curve. But Apple seems to have made this now more just for professionals or for computer users, and not for the tablet or iPad users. I bought an iPad because I want an iPad. Should I be happy that I'm getting a Mac too? Anyway, I'll spend more time with this iPadOS 26, and maybe I will learn to love it more when I get used to the new look of the iPad. Share your own experiences with the iPadOS 26, as I'm sure I'm missing something here and I'm not aware of the other useful features. And so that's it. Thanks for watching.